Just about to do a spiritual assault on the tiger. I've done a generic video of the loadout that sort of works for all heroes, and I'll explain why. But for now, I'm just going to show you the spirit concentrator. Free rerolls, upgrades, and gold is a real issue early levels, which means you can get spores on weapons as early as 4. I just got on the last run on the turn. That means that the first craftsman that appears will have Gemini, where that won't usually happen until 11 or 12 levels that starts to happen. Rate of fire, movement's crucial, 25%. MO isn't an issue because you get it at every level and you'll be 42 to 51, depending upon just how well you do and how many enemies you kill in the timer. It's timer driven, not how many enemies you kill that the next stage starts. If you're 40 levels and they're 3 times 40, you'll have 120% weapon damage. So I've got a cold at the moment, and that helps you with ammo and reloading. The injectors can burn through it. We're looking for a radioactive glove or a rainbow. So let's see how we go. Set as timer base, so the first craftsman's a few minutes in. It's bad when your injectors and shotguns drop before that. Now I refresh until I get that one there, because there's quite a few elites. I can't remember if it's 10 or something, but that's 50 shield. It doesn't sound much, but when you get Ascensions, that can be the difference between life and death. But you can choose whatever you want on this. Not skill based, because skills don't scale well. Got a rainbow, that's the weapon we're going for. It's not bad to get early, but it's got no Gemini on it, so it's not going to help us. So for now, the timer is going to start working. It's started 3 seconds in. You can see out of the mini map. And regardless of how many you kill, it makes a difference how many levels you get. But if we just waited and ran around, which I won't do, that craftsman's going to come regardless and have Gemini weapons on it. So we're hoping on that is our shotgun, a Wild Hunter, and Argus. They're the shotgun we're going to hold out for. We can use other, like the pupil or the wheel saw. The illusion's no good for being our off weapon. It's got too low base damage and projectile. It's a great weapon. It's just not good for spores. I'm not going to upgrade anything until we get our shotgun. Just biding our time for that craftsman. I'm going to wait a second because now anything that drops will have Gemini's and anything that I kill, and that craftsman might have the weapon that we need. So I'm just going to check it. It's got a wild hunt, so we got lucky on that. Doesn't matter about the inscriptions, and it's got one because the inscription doesn't matter. I've just got to get a little bit more gold. And we just got a wild hunt drop, so both of them I don't even have to buy it, and we got that. So I'm just going to clear a little bit and pick it up safely. Going to pick up that and drop that. Already got spores on that, and pick up. Oh, come on. Drop it over there and pick up that. Go to here. We got that pretty early. I think I'm level 3. And you don't get this till 11 or 12, and then you haven't even got the gold because it might take if you haven't got the right container stuff. And you got to pay for the rerolls 300 at a time. I've got 12 rerolls once, and I thought, 12 times 300 gold, like no way you've got that gold. So let's see how we go. 1, got it first time, lucky. And now we can enhance that weapon straight away, get somewhere safe for a second, and start doing our upgrades. So I don't care about money. We'll have money to burn because the only thing you've got money to spend on is scrolls from this point on that are on the vendor. That's all right, movement speed, all right early at least. This one's going to be max shield during fatal current, not that we're casting it much, but it'll help when we're unbossing and that. This isn't, we want a fast firing weapon, and if you look at this, it's doing 800. The others, the injectors, are about 1100, 1200. And so this is just temporary. Now, if we had a pupil or something else drop or a wheel saw, That's an illusion, not good. We would use that, but not upgrade it yet. We just leave our upgrades on the left sitting there. It would still pew pew, but it just doesn't make a lot of difference as the content gets harder to have the right weapons with the biggest amount of multipliers. The pupil has 10 projectile count. The Argus and the Wild Hunt here, this has 12. The Argus has 13. But it's got, it's much of a muchness. That's like a very small difference. But the base damage higher on both the Wild Hunt and the Argus compared to the pupil or the wheel saw. Or even the Porcupine's got a very high projectile count, but a very low base damage. So it's not a great spore weapon. Okay, what do we got? I don't do a lot of dashing. It is good on the boss, and if you want to dash a lot, that'd be a good one. Really don't care about those. I might do the Radioactive Glove, so that would be a good one if I did that. But for now, not really fussed. I'm just looking for survival. Really good Phantom Skin, Stone Skin. Feline is the best scroll in the game for Reincarnation runs, and this, if you got a Feline off a vendor or here, that's really good, by the way. Both defense and damage. It just changes. And then you re-roll when you get your Goblet. Buffer shield, you are immune to damage. Like immune, you stand still. You stand still on the boss. I did a run today. Now there's the wheel saw. So that would have done temporary at level 6 if we hadn't got our endgame weapon. Not a lot of survivability on the Tiger, so we are hoping for some Ascensions and Scrolls. Or weapon damage are the things we're doing, but it's really a crit build, this guy. Sniper builds. Doesn't work great in here. Well, I can't get it to work great. I don't know enough about it. Can have a look at that just to see what's up here, but it's probably not usable. Never use this if it says take a curse scroll and you haven't got the immunity yet like that. I do want that health and shield, and I'm just waiting to get the scroll in these upgrades here. Generally that's not a bad one, but we're not using things as we are. We're doing crits, so you just choose what you would like to do when you normally do. I'm just looking for defensive. This is a weapon-based run. It makes it more predictable than trying to get the right Ascensions for the right build. Very different what you're doing here than Reincarnation runs. By the way, Reincarnation, if you're struggling with the game and you're stuck on Nightmare, it's a hell of a lot harder than, say, Reincarnation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you understand your hero and the builds and what spiritual blessings to choose. Like overconsumption's what I always choose at the very start if I'm doing Lone Ranger, and that's 300% weapon damage, 300% skill damage, one lightning bolt of your Q, and you choose the one that does 30% increase as it bounces. Will clear a whole room in Act 1. It doesn't scale well end game, but skills generally don't on most characters. I'm waiting for an injector, I just realised, so let me have a look. That has spores on it. This is doing all right for now. What do we got? No, that's one that dropped earlier. It's unlikely they haven't got one by now. There we go. What did I get? There we go. Yep, we got a glove, but there's too much here and I'm going to die if I grab it just now. Let me just kill some stuff and then pick up the right one. Yes, I did. It's hard to pick up sometimes. Remember where your craftsmen are. Game's paused when you're doing this, and I need to swap them around, by the way, just because I'm used to having in my main hand the weapon that I won. So 1, 2. Now, what we're looking on here is lucky shot chance 50, beautiful. That's often on the weapon. Minus stability means nothing on this particular. If you had that on the Argus, the Angelic Aura, I should say, that wouldn't be great. It would lift very high stability-wise. 10 consumed, so they're really good. And Rate of Fire, that's the two that I'm looking for on either this or the Rainbow. And I have enhanced it, so I'm good. I'm just got to get out of here. Now the rate of fire is night and day in here. Like I'm not going to even do the enhancement. Look, one shot, one shot, one shot. That's just killing everything. That's all rate of fire, because the more the rate of fire, the higher our off weapon becomes now, the more spores are planted. So don't think about the weapon damage. It's really just a spore planter, the main weapon. You could do the bossing with this and just upgrade the off if you've got nothing better. What do we just get there? And I can't even see it. But upgrade as soon as you can. Every time makes a big difference. Now we've got backup shield, really nice survivability option. Get hit, you get your 40% shield back every 45 seconds. Can save your life if you get caught and make a mistake. What do you got here? Really not going to help us because we're not doing fatal current. 3 bounce, something, and it might do if it's that one that gives us the bounce, gives us shield, max shield increase. Now there's some boots. I like that one. It's especially good for the boss. That's good for this glove too, but lucky shot chance because this is doing that, but we might change to the other. So I'm going to do that for survivability. He does a hand swipe. That is really a death if you haven't got a lot of good scrolls. Going to run down there. Sometimes that's open. Can't do it. We're running down so we don't forget. First thing we want to do is upgrade our shotgun. Haven't swapped that. Let me do that now by pressing F. So I don't upgrade the wrong thing. Sometimes you get a scroll that you get an extra upgrade on that gives you a 33% chance to get an extra level, and it's really nice. You can get an Argus, or what your shotgun can be 30 levels or something by the time you hit the boss. No good scrolls, and that's all I was looking for there. Got a chest up top still. That's the same one. We've got 2 more chests. We're going to lose that chest. We haven't got the immunity scroll. Okay, they're just spawning now. I'm going to run up top so I can do that circuit again. Pick up some stuff here I missed. Checking any weapons I might have missed. That weapon's too slow. We got an Argus again, which we're committed now, so it doesn't matter. But we're just looking for better injectors. But honestly, this has got such good stuff on it. I'm going to stick with it. Plus our 25%. So we got rate of fire 50%. It's our 25% that's already in our container. And, 1,400 rounds there, and lucky shot all the time, 50%. Really the best 2 you can have. And you can play it safe here because we haven't got a lot of survival stuff. Only got 1 scroll. That's good weapon damage, 35% for our white damage, and that's all we're doing on here. We're not critting. This weapon can't crit, doesn't need to crit. And it makes up for that by AoEing everything that's around the target with the enhanced beam. You can get an inscription on this. It's nice because you get tired clicking the right click. That just, it's a blue one, that it does the enhanced beam for 8 meters around without having to get the sweet spot. It's on a timer. You could run around, just kill a few things now and then. Be safe. Don't play it too dangerous. And you're going to get that elite spawn when it hits that head and glows. You've got a message and away. So you don't have to you can play really safe if you're learning. I mean, I get a bit cocky sometimes and just forget and zone out, and I've died. Just forget I'm not on a class that's a little bit more robust than another, or a hero. It's getting fiercer now. Things would start to heat up now. If you don't have spores, you'd be thinking, why are these guys bullet sponges? How am I supposed to kill these, I've tried the other Gemini inscriptions, miasma and mixing elements and crit, and they're good for Reincarnation sometimes, but I still think they reworked this apparently. Lightning into the Void. Oh, I love that one, just in general. Critting, and it just pews everything around, but our spores are doing that at the moment, and the glove's taking over for that, so I don't need to crit. You could do an Angelic Aura in here if you want, and crit and do your build, but hey, look at this, sort of doing the job. I do like the Angelic Aura. It's the fastest firing weapon in the game, and it has a great sound. It just destroys the spores on it. It is the best spore weapon, but you got to aim. And there's a lot going on here. Just picking up my little levels here. Got another level on my weapon. It's heating up a bit here now, so I'm coming in here to grip them up, and I'm pausing, changing weapon, upgrading, and going back. And here's a good spot to looking always at the mini map, and I can see that it's nothing behind me. If I go too far in, they'll start jumping in over there. Just waiting for these guys to jump down and then nuke them. If you got the rainbow, you use this left and right as they come down, and you can shoot them without them being a hit you, but they're not even getting down here with this weapon. Not even doing the enhancement, look. It's pointing in the general weapon and they're dying. And that's because of the rate of fire and the lucky shot that's simply on this one weapon. And the rate of fire that we've got on our container. Elite monsters are coming, so we can see now that if you look at the top of the screen, the head's glowing. If we just killed those elite monsters, which are up there, look how quick it's killing it, because they're not expecting you to be this powerful this early. And I want to get close to the catfish because you won't know he's dead. I'll show you later when he's harder to kill. Now, first Goblet. If you're just in here, I've got 25,000 essence, I'm capped. So I've got no problem in re-rolling. Just choose something that doesn't limit weapon damage, like that rapid cast. It's minus 20% weapon skill damage. Not good for you anyway. It might be, I don't know, but you're not going to choose that. 100% normal damage is all right, but can't do elemental. That means that I can't do elemental damage on this. I don't really want that. But I would choose it if that's all I had and I'm doing essence farming. You get about 520 to 620 essence. 520 if you die on the boss, 620 if you don't, depending on how much you kill too in the timers. Yeah, I'm going to reroll. I'll see what we got. I would like things like buffer shield for survivability if I'm just trying to beat it for the first time. And I often choose that, and then I'll get feline later on. That means you're immune, but it's still good. Any hit that's less than 30% you're immune to. So if you space out the enemies and you're hit by a lot at once, a lot more survivability. And it compensates for not having scrolls. Not good, because it's skill based. I don't know, whoever takes that other scroll, like the rock scroll, who stands still? I mean, got buffer shield, and they're the two that I would normally choose, whatever turns up first. I'm going to do buffer shield because we haven't got a lot of defensive at the moment, and it will just help. But that's 100%. But we're getting that from our other container. And did I get? No, I haven't got that on this run. Just you get your runs mixed up when you've been running a few in a row. So survivability over damage at the moment because we're killing all right, eh? That one's good, really good, because it means you've got 33% chance not to consume ammo, so you're not reloading, and 30% weapon damage for the reloaded magazine. I do like that. So I'm going to choose that. The other one's good too, just straight up 40% damage when you get hit, and we sort of get hit a bit. You choose what you want there, but I'm going to go that one. And I've got my cursed, so I'm immune now to the chests. That I've got 2 coming up, and the other one disappeared. When the boss timers come up, the chests disappear, and the craftsman and that as well, except for the one that's current. No good, no good. Long shot, not too bad for this. So out of the 3, I'll choose that, and I can dump it later. I'm not critting, but that could be good for the boss if I had the rainbow. They're all good, but for a lightning build, but it doesn't really matter here. You just choose what you want on that. There was no defensive ones. I'm looking for defensive or weapon damage. going to choose that, not just because I've got a corrosion weapon at the moment. I might swap to the rainbow, but the reason being that I've got the dangerous enemies coming up are the cappers that slow you, and if you get slowed, you can be killed. And you've also got the octopus that do corrosion on you and slow you, and that it really gets dangerous up ahead. So I'm anticipating that. If I can't get that, I'm going for the boots that make you immune to slow, and it's a normal scroll. So I'm glad and happy to get that. Going to bump that up. We're up to 15 now. Our base damage is 260. It's going up. Nice. We're pretty well set for the run, and we're 10 minutes in according to the timer. All the pausing has made it seem longer. We saw that before. It's not good. Pressing F. Remember where your craftsman is. So if you've got to pick up something else, you've got to run to it. Just got an Argus and a laser glove, so it's not the injector to look at. Not even doing enhanced beam at the moment. Give my finger a rest. Well, now they're starting to bunch up. This is a good point here. You just sort of group them up as they jump down, and then you do the enhanced beam, and it just gets them all in the corner. Don't run too far backwards because stuff will spawn behind you here. You get some catfish, so you just bunch them in the corner. Do the enhanced beam, and they melts. When it starts to get a bit hectic here, because they're going to start jumping behind you because you've come past the next spawn point, you'll get to know them. Like that. You just come down here, and those guys will come around and jump down off there, so you just don't go in too far to that tunnel yet, because then they'll start jumping over. When it gets hectic, you move backwards. And it stuns them. They have to jump for a second. They take a second to fire when they do that. So it's a good point to gather them here. They jump down over there too, and they just stop for a second. They're dead before they get their weapon off. We've got some movement here happening, so just going to run around a bit. If you've got the rainbow, you can use this here as they jump down to shoot. You circle around, but you know, we're killing pretty good with that rate of fire and lucky damage on the weapon. You can get inscriptions, say 50% lucky damage on kill, where we're killing so often that's 100% uptime. And the same on rate of fire. Okay, I better play a bit safe here and come in the tunnel. Use my refracted beam now. We've got some monks up top because of the lanterns, so we want to back up back there in a minute. So we're not being chased continuously around the map. Another good scroll in here is the veteran, that you've got to be within 7 meters, but you get up to 200 stacks, so it's 200 health, and that can really win a run. But you want to get it early because it gets dangerous getting close later on, and you want to have the rainbow when you stack that. So you can just circle strafe them and be within the 7 meters. Just running around to make sure I'm clearing up here. Anything that's a bit dangerous, the catfish will be up here, and the cappers and the monks. So I just want to clear some of that out, so I'm not there's a monk there. I'm just not going to die, you know. These guys aren't too dangerous if you move left and right because they're a bit slow at aiming where you were. Going to clear the catfish that spawn here. That's another spawn point. Just going to turn around. Got powerful monsters now. Heading towards a chest, going to spawn in a second. There's a kappa there. I want to kill him. I'm immune to the slows now, so I'm not too scared of them, but they can still nuke you. There's the chest down bottom. Melding stuff near instant. Now, if you've done this without spores and injectors and you beat it, good luck to you. I couldn't, but it is tough. I did do it, but I did it in co-op, and it was a long boss fight. We did have spores by the end, but for the force part until we got it later in the game and the right weapons, it's a bit of a slog. just want to go down and have a look at that chest because I've got the immunity now. See what it offers. It'll probably offer me like re-rolling all normals is a good one if you haven't got a great weapon. I'm going to do that because I want to get ostrich. You could do that at a chance of a legendary, but it does tend to give normal and more likely. It's more rare. So I'm going to do that for ostrich or a good rare scroll. Paranormal, it's going to churn my... It's a good one for different one. Let me just have a look. It's not what I want. Just checking which one it is. Your health is 6 at 1, but your shield, not bad for us because we don't have health regen and it gives us shield and we've got shield recovery there. I'll keep it for now and we'll see how we go. And our Ascensions give us, when we use it, if I use it in a pinch, give us shield, not health regen. Max shield, you know, that sort of thing. Just moving around a bit to play it safe. There's a rainbow, which I might choose in a minute, but this is pew-pewing. It would have to have rate of fire like this does and 50% lucky chance for me to consider it. Just a little bit easier to play defensively on the rainbow, especially what's coming. All those pink numbers are nice, aren't they? Something's critting too. How's that critting? It must be Ascensions I've chosen. I don't understand on this character yet. This weapon only does white damage. There is a scroll that if you get hit, it turns, you get crits for 3 seconds, but I don't have that. Okay, wait for good, no good. That's 50% lucky chance because we don't have any scrolls, and if we do, we'll get max armor, so I'm definitely doing that. The sandals are useless because we're not doing skill based and it's not great in a way. Nope. Yep. No. That's not bad if you jump around a lot, especially because it auto aims, but I don't jump. Down bottom, it's telling us we're 11 of 20. Underneath, max capacity under the mid-air strike. So we've got plenty, I'll take that. Overwhelming shield. I don't like that because I don't like anything that stops my shield recovery. Now, they're the boots I would have said choose if you didn't have the corrosion that's plus 25. I would have chosen. I'll do that for reloading for defense. I'll do that. That was the Ascension I was talking about before. I might not have chosen it right, but this has a good range, so we're getting 30% weapon damage and it goes up. So it's a nice one for this, for anything at range. And the boss is at a bit of range too, so it helps it even for the bossing. Every time you use primary skill, no. Nothing really. You can choose nothing there, but I'll just choose that. And I can dump what I want later. Okay, the peddler's appeared, so everything's going to disappear for a second. Just going to have a look what's on here, which I didn't look before. So I'm going to do, I've changed everything to shield now, so that's not going to help me. I'm going to do my offhand up 3 levels. That damage is going to really make a difference, and it really shows later on. Looking here, Flame Shard I'm going to buy simply because it will help me when the lobsters come out for survivability. It makes you immune. I'm not doing fire damage, but if you read it, immune to the negative effects of the burning effect. So it just means more survivability in the fire that they put on the ground. You get boxed in sometimes, and I need to upgrade this, which I just didn't do. So we're up to 21. Usually I'm minimum 24 by embossing. We're 16 minutes in on the timer. Been pausing a bit, chatting a bit, but you're probably skipping the video in a way to the timestamps, which I'm happy about. Or you might just look at the container at the start and go for it. Good on you. clear out these monks. They can ruin when they've got all that stuff chasing you. There's a pupil, which we don't want, but if it dropped earlier, I'm getting cornered here. I'm going to go down the hill, get a bit of distance on here, and Ascension will also. That's the pink numbers are nice. The Ascension will work that we get weapon damage of 30% just by being not closer than 5 meters. They'll start coming around the left there now. Fell down. Just stay at distance. This has got good range where the Rainbow hasn't, but the Rainbow you could use terrain, so they have their advantages. I don't want to go in there yet because if I go a little bit further, I'll start getting stuff jump out on me. So I'm just going to stay a bit closer here. Missing my refracted beam. Now I've got it back. You can hear these powerful enemies are coming now. I think I missed a chest. There's a kappa. Okay, going to move a little bit more here. It's getting a bit dangerous. What did I get? Big hippo. You don't want that. Slows you down too. There is something you can put in your loadout that you get immune to. You know, the heavy weapons, the movement penalty, but you know, it's not worth it. Chain lightning damage. Let's use some of that one. I'm not doing my chain lightning. I didn't look at that before. You can look and pause. So you get if I get the same lucky shot, and we've got 50% rate of fire of killing an enemy, so I can swap to that. I said I wouldn't do it unless the two are on there. The craftsman was over here, yeah. Yep. Assault's getting fiercer, so good timing, a bit more defensive. Though that was pretty good, that weapon. I still might go back to it. 1, 2. This one's just a little bit more that I can use the terrain now to keep safe. When it gets fiercer, it means they get more health. They get enhanced. We're coming up to the second set of elites. That other weapon was pew-pewing though. What have we got on here? Additional beam. That's a nice one because what that does is 2 beams and the second beam does 50% damage. Lucky shot chance 20, rate of fire 25. And it's got, when the magazine's 50% full, it's got a bit of rate of fire. So let's play around with that. It's sort of like the glove, but it doesn't refract to everything. Getting some good weapons here. And it's a higher level, so, you know, let's see how we go. Sometimes you just got to feel and see how it works. Let's see on the harder stuff though, anything's going to die that's normal. So you can use your terrain though, you can get down here. You can use boxes, they can't do the frontals. It's just a little bit easier to play than the glove. Like the shark there, you can just use a corner, he can't chain you. I'll stick with this, it seems to be killing all right. Won't help us on a boss because there's nothing secondary to do. I want to see what it does on something with armor because the corrosion it's killing everything all right. So we're getting octopus now, but we're immune to their slow anyway, so they're not too dangerous. Sharks are the most dangerous at this point. We're going to get lobsters up ahead. The radioactive glove does tend to eat through the elites a little bit better because of the corrosion eats through the yellow. Nope. 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 Just keep moving. And like this, you can just shoot that guy from underneath. That's why I love the rainbow. It was killing another thing. You know, you had that mid-air one before. It's not bad with this weapon because you can run up, kill everything under. The elites are coming now. They just spawn on us, so you want to thin them out and not have a lot of trash around you. Like that there. Just Oh, it was silly. I just used my res because I got it, but that was a bit of a waste. Just being a bit silly jumping around and not doing the big circuit. And that was buffer shield. You get too much stuff around you. That just meant the damage was greater than 30%. And it slammed you. Hey, we're killing the elites quick. Now you can just kill the elites at this point. Run around quickly and they'll port to you. They run faster and port around the map. And all the trash despawns. Nothing here against Fatal Current, which I'm not using in E build. Doesn't matter. Now this guy does a frontal, he'll jump down, so you circle around and he can't get you. You use a container in between you, just use your terrain. And move away, it's getting a bit heated down here. You just got to clear an exit where you're going. They'll port to you, you know. I'm going to go back up and this guy is the catfish. Now, if you're in a sweet spot here, you're close but not too close. Too dangerous. He won't do that projectile at you. I'm just going to wait for those to finish and then move in to nuke him. Now, kill him. Reloading a bit. Should have got some more scrolls. I'm used to other heroes that have ascensions that help with that. Going to kill that monk up there. I don't want these lanterns coming at me. Now we've got a goblet. So as I said, if you kill the elites, all the trash is gone now. And we're heading towards 2 chests, caretaker, craftsman, and then it's boss time. Now we're at 20 minutes. At 30 minutes, only 10 minutes away, it's boss time. Or elites, and then you kill them, and it's boss time. What have we got here? Firearm specialist will be helpful at this point. That's what I said I would choose my other options. So I'm going to do that. That means for an extra 100%. I'm looking on here for scrolls, no, and I'm just going to upgrade. I got to be a bit more careful now. I got a bit reckless before and died, but you know, I've got lots to res. But I have lost my res, which I'm not bothered about because we've still got some stuff ahead that can give us some defensive scrolls. I'm hoping for. I'll take that. It's survivability. It's not skill. So easy choice. Again, fatal current. I mean, that's usually good for another build, but fatal current, I'll do that for now. But it's after big hits when you do that first hit after fatal current. What have we got here? That's a nice one. 50 cents on that's I thought it was to kill an enemy, 50%. And the lucky shot on crit's no good. 40% lucky chance. No, we'll stick with this. It is reloading a bit, so it would be nice to have the weapon that you know, reloads, 30% chance to reload or something on killing enemy in this class. But we're all right. I'm not going to run out of ammo. I can't remember what's on that. I tossed that one before. You can shoot through there even. That's all the lobsters and that are up top. As long as you're looking around you, because they're spawning over there. Keep moving and kill these monks. They die quickly, but they spawn those lanterns that can end a run. So you can just run around for like this next 10 minutes and play it safe and boss it, do the boss time and see what happens in the chests, upgrade at the next craftsman. Starts to heat up soon though. He's immortal, getting away. I'd like to have some more movement speed. I haven't been lucky on that, but that's RNG of the game. Haven't got my ostrich boots. I can't remember. I don't think I've got a normal speed. I'm moving. No, didn't get my abnormal speed. So there we just got it. Isn't that nice? You just have to think of what you want. And that's nice because we changed, you know, that just helps. Speed is life. I'm going to move down to that chest over here. Pick up some upgrades. See speed, just they can't really catch up to you and block you in. Okay, this is really nice. What normal inscriptions have I got here? They're all good, so I'm not going to risk it. But if I picked up a weapon, I sometimes re-roll it. If it wasn't good, there was one up there. But I'm just going to do the 3 here to upgrade that to 27. It makes a difference with spores just doing more damage. It really does. We're killing all right, and it's enough to kill the boss. Just want a bit more survivability. Shark there. So I'm going to jump down and kill him from underneath. I can hear lanterns. There they are. Another shark. I'm going to use this thing so he can't chain me through it, but I can kill him. Kappa, I'm going to get him. Whoa, okay. Just do that. Use terrain here. So just skills don't do anything. Just got pulled by a shark, so I'm getting out of here. It's a good thing about speed, you can just thin out the enemies here. Gonna get lobsters soon. There's a chest over there I'm going to go around for. Just keep moving. Premium membership's a bit late, isn't it? Not that we need it in this. Good on a normal run, but we do need to against the flow. That will mean we reload less, and I want to make more of being 50% full to get the rate of fire. There's a good little corner here. Did they? No, they didn't. Just going to wait till they come around and get them. I want to get that monk down. I want to look at this chest. Oh, there's a shark there. Search scroll. Let me see. That's good for the boss if I had the rainbow, which is good here. I've got it. I'm going to keep that for boss. Sorry about that. I had to pause. My daughter was nice enough to bring me some chocolate ice cream that she just brought home. Not going to pass up on that. Just going to get that kappa down. Can hear some lanterns coming for me. So there's a shark. I want to strafe him. So you can see our movement speed is really... Now here come the lobsters. Craftsman appeared. Everything despawns. Pick up the essence for your levels. And where is it? There they are down there. They show you on the icons on the map where they are. Just remember now they're downstairs. Picking up that essence, that whatever they call that upgrades you the beads. Just got me a level. That's the one. Gain 20% max shield 5 seconds after chain lightning. That's what I'm waiting for. So I can do my Q. And it will give it 3 of those is really nice, but we haven't been lucky enough. Doesn't really matter on this build. So no, we're just going to bump it up. We're up to 29 because we use the chests to upgrade before. Just picking up some beads before they start spawning again. Now it's 30 minutes, 6 minutes, we're going to get elite spawn. And the timer stops at 30 minutes. I'm just going to leave those for the moment. They're all bunched up. He's immortal. gets a bit crazy here now. Lobsters come everywhere. You can run around for that 6 minutes and just play it safe. If you haven't got a lot of defensives, which we haven't, we've got some, which are all right, but you just got to last. The elites come out, you run around, kill them. They sort of run faster than the bunch. Just going to get these catfish that can stun you and do a bit of damage. They can take your shield off with their crits. They don't get a chance if you strafe them. I'm going to clear out anything that hurts me down here. Getting the monks, seeing the sharks come around, so I want to use the terrain here. I'm going to jump from behind me. There's a lobster. So where the movement's really nice, because you just go around and clear the dangerous stuff. Couldn't even get his flame off then. And you're still killing them, but they're spread out, so you're not going to get. And you've got buffer shields, so the small hits of a few you're immune to. But you get a few just hitting you at once. And you saw me die before. It's all over. So we should be able to kill the boss without a problem with the damage we've got, the weapon we've got. We've got another upgrade on our Wild Hunt. Base damage of that's but 440 now. We started with 100 and something, 120. So we've got a high projectile count. We're stomping now. You can just use boxes with this. That's why it's a much more defensive weapon, and you can right click on the boss. Plus on the boss, this is a bit more advantageous than the glove, because he puts pillars down and you've got to hide behind. And if you've locked onto the boss and you're close enough, there is a bit of a range issue with this weapon. You can shoot through the pillar and nuke him, and it's a real advantage to get him down at that time, because you can stand still, buy still. And if you've got the glove, you're just doing nothing, you're just staying there. Killing pretty good. Like, this is the last enemies. I got to say, it's pretty strong, all the stuff we got. Let's have a quick squiz. That's nice. That's good for survival. That's protection from slow. That's just giving us health. Shield. And we've got the Q that my Q that I can do to get some shield up. Got that for the boss to get out of stuff. Weapon damage, reload, immunity. So we're immune to that. We got some health or shield out of that. Not really helpful. Lucky shot. Not really using that. I forgot I had it. Good. So we've got some good scrolls there, and we've got some decent weapon damage. Now this guy's enhanced. Let's see how fast we melt him. Sometimes that's really slow. We've got the flame shield, so that really didn't hurt much because of that. Just picking up some of this. Just keep running around at this point. With 38, we'll be 40 something because the elites give us a level each. 42 by every boss time. Plus we're getting more shield by each elite we're killing. Remember, we took that as the starting choice. I think I chose that, or did I make a mistake? I can't remember. But that helps us too. Just clearing out the stuff that can hurt me. Oh, the elites are spawned. There we go. There's an elite. We'll get. Let's look at our shield. It's 230. If I kill him, 240. So yep, we did get that choice at the start. We just got triple comeback. Don't ever choose flesh and bones with that other scroll, otherwise you'll die. You'll be 1-1. One shield, one health. But I am going to get that triple comeback because we lost our res before. Now, it's halved our shield, but because we got such high shield, gives us a bit of a chance here of mistakes made. Well, it makes up for the mistake of earlier. Just going to keep moving for the moment because just want to get that guy down. He's enhanced. Just waiting for the elites to spawn at 2 minutes, a minute and a half away. Just getting rid of some stuff that might hurt me. He's dead. You can see the spores above his head stacking there. Longer I'm on him, the higher the spore count. Spores above that, it's got 12 spores, 28. See it just going max, because we're placing them so much. Max nuke, max nuke, max nuke. So, yeah, nice. Here's a danger. So I'm going to use terrain here, and there's a shark behind me. Got to move away from him. He can chase me for a bit. I want to get better terrain to kill him. There's another shark. They're really coming for me now. It gets really hectic towards the end, so good to move. And we got good movement, with the abnormal, with the starting container and the scroll that we got, the abnormal speed one. We got so much shield. We're blitzing the movement now without the ostrich boots. There's an enhanced shark there. I'm going to keep right away from him. And I can hear an elite. There's a catfish coming for me. Just clearing some of the trash out to keep safe. There's a shark. A couple more. Just using these ledges so they can't chain me. Keep moving. Can't get me. I just want to kill that monk, actually. There's the elite. Got the monk, have I? Yep. And here's that lobster sort of hurts a bit. They're all spawning now. Massive elites coming in. If you keep moving, they will just space them out a bit. Okay. And because they're all upstairs, they will port downstairs, but I'm going to go downstairs where it's a bit clearer. And it'll take a while for them to port downstairs. Okay. This monk, we'll just kill him while he's here. Watch out, is that a shark behind there? No, it's the lobster. He'll die pretty quick now. Yep, he's down. No, he ported away. Come on, he ports away. They run away, this one, when he gets nearly dead. Just don't want to get boxed in here. Keep moving around this guy. He does a frontal. He's dead. They really, if you've done this without good weapons, he's going to melt. And I can hear the catfish here, so I'll just get him down. Catfish only use the ledge, so his projectiles won't hit me. He jumped down. There's two of them. At this point, we're getting our shield up everyone we're killing. I don't like airbag, elemental, blazing hip. I'm not going to choose them just now. Airbag, actually it might help on this because it reduces your health per second, but gives you shield. I don't like it without. It reduces your health, just goes down to nothing. Recover. And when your shield gets on that, it's not helpful for me. I don't like it anyway when I've got it normally because I just don't like seeing my health. I know it works differently, but I just don't like looking down and seeing my health 0 or 1. Just killing a bit of trash so I can get these elites without being nuked by some trash at the same time. Now the timer stopped at 30, so all that has to happen now is to kill those elites. It doesn't help if we die. There's a monk up there. Here's the guy here. So, and a catfish. Great. He's going to use this central column. He hit me. Getting out of there. That projectile count. Whoa! Got triple comeback, but still. I'm just going to play it safe a bit. Going to get them so they can't get me down here. If you come up, I'm going to go down, buddy. Get around, and now he's going to melt because his shield's off. He's dead. It's pretty fun. You got to admit, it's pretty. And what I like about this is, you know, I play a character I don't play a lot, and there's a satisfaction that you work out that you can beat this. And I do like the variety. And then I go and do an R8 on each hero, and you know, I fail, and then I work out the build, and I work out a bit more how the character works. What I don't understand, I read about. You know, those guys just keep respawning forever. By the way, I can't find the elite. There he is. He keeps respawning. I mean, if you keep moving, they don't hurt you, and it will kill the lanterns that he keeps spawning too. Okay, the portal's open. It's boss time. That was the last elite. Okay. Just go around. At this point, you're just looking for weapons that you might have missed. We got enough to kill this boss. What have we got scroll wise? We've got 19 to 20, so we allowed one more. Um, you know, that's a great one on an R8 run or any Reincarnation run. Doesn't really matter at this point. I can be critting on this boss somewhat. Doesn't really matter. We've got enough to kill. We're 43, that's usually where we are. It can be a bit higher if we killed some stuff quicker, but we've done pretty well. Now coming up here, we just want to check that there's no scrolls that are hurting us. So we just have a quick look at our scrolls. It's good, it's good, it's all right. Yep, yep. We don't really need that anymore, but it's not going to hurt us. But if there's something on this guy, the peddler, I'll drop that. We've got our triple comeback as a backup. Yep, yep, yep. It's immune for that. A long shot will help a little bit. Nothing there's hurting us. Everything's good. And just look on here, the chance of a scroll. Be very careful at this point. I do love this weapon for Reincarnation runs. It's such a high fire rate, and you can get rate of fire as well on that lucky shot chance. And when you're critting with that, it's doing lightning bolts everywhere with lightning from the void. So don't go past these. If you just go a little bit forward, the boss fight starts. So you've got to make sure you're upgraded. Everything's checked. We've got 32. That's really high. I mean, usually between 24, but to 32, it depends when you get your weapon and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see how we go. A triple comeback, so we've got a bit of a buffer. Just doing that. Get my shield up a bit. Now I have to right click to lock on. Trying to lock onto his crit spot. Yeah, I'm seeing yellow numbers, so I'm good. Just keep moving to the left now. He's going to do, pillar. And you want to get behind for that. And I'm still getting my damage, even though he's immune. Now what's he going to do now? So right click, I'm just trying to see, it's RNG, what the phases are. He's doing red dots under me that hurt me, so keep moving. He's going to do hands again. Look, we're melting him, man. Now stay behind here. He does an explosion, and I'm trying to get my plant. Look, I'm burning him through. You can't do that with the glove. This is going to die so quick. So quick. Now keep moving in this. He just does red spots under you, and he's going to be dead. Easy. Just showing you that that weapon's really nice. I mean, the glove would have been all right too, but you can nuke him when you're behind the pillar that you have to stay behind because he does an explosion or one-shot you afterwards. And hopefully that helped. I really don't know the Tiger that well, but I sort of do know the Spiritual Assault well and have made it work on each hero using this method. We'll see what we get here. I re-rolled because I got plenty of Ascension, but you get about, I would have got like 600 Essence in 31 minutes. Now, it doesn't count when I paused or talked, or when there's a little interlude for a couple of minutes while the craftsman, it gives you a chance. So within about 40 minutes, generally 45 minutes when I'm just running through without commentary, you've got like 600 Essence, which is pretty good. And just to show you here again, the reason we got Gemini so early was that. And it dropped around 4 for us. The reforging means money's not an issue. Injector and shotgun. Rate of fire, I think that's crucial, but that is optional. And movement speed, but we got abnormal as well, so we were pew-pewing and running around, which is, survival. Ammo, I should say, every level. And we got up to 42, I think I was, so we had 146% weapon damage, and we had scrolls that helped us with survival. Anyway, I hope you have a good run, and that's how to beat Spiritual Assault on the Tiger, even when you don't know the Tiger real well. You have a good one.